One of my favorite films of all time features two of the most talented actors in Hollywood, Anthony Hopkins and Brad Pitt. This cinematic masterpiece is not only visually stunning but also boasts a beautifully crafted screenplay that captivates the audience from start to finish. The exceptional musical score by the renowned Thomas Newman adds an extra layer of brilliance to the overall experience. It's a shame that movies like this are a rarity nowadays. The story is loosely based on the 1934 classic novel, Death Takes a Holiday. What is interesting about its translation to the big screen is that Martin Brest, who directed the film, made clear in interviews that it took him years to bring the story to life, mainly because he struggled to find a way to make the premise work on screen. Over a decade or so, the script went through 8 different writers before Brest finally settled on one. This film is a true work of art. The soundtrack, much like the rest of the movie, is breathtaking. In addition, the on-screen chemistry between Claire and Brad Pitt is simply mesmerizing. Their captivating performances and seductive eyes draw us into their characters' world, making us forget that they are merely acting. The movie has truly iconic dialogue, one that has stood the test of time, between a father and his beloved daughter. William inquires about Susan's relationship with her fiancé, Drew. In his ever-supportive manner, he encourages her to embrace life to the fullest. William Parrish, with a gentle yet profound tone, imparts his wisdom. Yes, my dear, be deliriously happy, or at the very least, keep yourself open to the possibility. Susan strives to be deliriously happy. William, with a touch of nostalgia, continues to share his thoughts on love, acknowledging that it may seem cliché, but love is indeed passion and obsession. It is finding that one person whom you simply cannot imagine living without. He advises Susan to fall head over heels, to discover someone who can love her with the same intensity. But how does one find such a person? William suggests that one must set aside rationality and allow the heart to guide them. However, he notices that Susan's heart seems silent, and he gently reminds her that living a life devoid of love is simply not worth it. To embark on life's journey without experiencing profound love is to miss out on the essence of existence itself. William concludes by urging Susan to take a chance, for without trying, one cannot truly claim to have lived. He definitely predicted the future of Susan's life. So Susan meets her love-at-first-sight moment. There's a scene where the characters meet in a coffee shop. As they converse about marriage and life, Brad Pitt, the young boy, suddenly mentions that lightning strikes can occur, which immediately surprises and intrigues Susan. In one particular scene, a young boy stands in the middle of the road, watching Susan walk away. Little did he know that a twist of fate was about to occur. Suddenly, Brad Pitt, the young boy, is struck by a car, changing the course of the story. It turns out that this accident was not just an accident, but the manifestation of Death's presence. Death, tired of his eternal boredom, needed a suitable body to inhabit, and he chose Brad Pitt as his vessel. As the plot unfolds, the two main characters, Death and Susan, develop a strong connection. Their conversations flowed effortlessly, with a back-and-forth banter that kept the audience engaged. However, there was an undeniable sexual tension between them that made us root for their relationship to blossom. It's the best Grim Reaper movie that has ever been made. When the Grim Reaper comes to collect the soul of mega mogul Bill Parrish, William Parrish is a rich man who has seen a lot in life. And now, he is a successful newspaper, who has earned more than an impressive monetary fortune, which many people could envy. But for quite some time now, he lives without a special purpose in his life. Everything changes after the appearance of an unexpected guest on the threshold of his own house. The guest is Death himself, who is also tired of the routine of working in everyday life. Death in return gives Bill extra days of his life. The movie is basically about Death on vacation. He experiences life through the eyes of a business tycoon. William Parrish helps him deal with the complexities of life. He introduces Death as Joe Black to his family. That's when Susan told everyone about the meetup of their morning encounter. But Death the Joe Black does not know any of the memories of the young boy. Only Susan knew about his behavior. Drew felt threatened by Joe Black, as he was always by the side of William Parrish. Death made Bill realize that he couldn't let his whole life fall into the hands of others. He undid his whole deal. He loves the black ham sheep dish, which his wife used to make. Joe Black always wanted something of his own. Love struck him in the human world. He may seem different than the young boy, but the love between Susan and him stays. Joe Black does indeed experience love, friendship, and the taste of peanut butter. he discovers the joys of life and realizes what he has been missing. The movie is indeed quite long, with a runtime of approximately 3 hours. Some viewers might find it slow-paced, and the romantic subplot may not appeal to everyone. The inclusion of sex scenes of death with human life can be a matter of personal preference. At the end of the movie, Joe Black returns as the soul of the man Susan first met, but his name is not explicitly mentioned. It is left open to interpretation, with some viewers believing he retains the name Joe Black, while others think he takes on a new identity. It adds a touch of mystery to the story. The movie takes us on a journey as death explores the complexities of human emotions and experiences through the eyes of Brad Pitt's character. It delves into the depths of love, life, and the fragility of existence. With its unexpected twists and turns, this film captivates the audience, leaving them pondering the mysteries of life and the inevitability of death.